Well, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome to the March edition of our electronic newsletter. With so much uncertainty out there today in our world, I wanted to bring you some information that we know to be very much black and white. So here goes. Number one, demand still outpacing supply in our marketplace, and we're still very much in a market that favors sellers, although that is changing just almost an imperceptible amount, which I'll get into in a moment. Our hottest product in North Vancouver is the townhome market with almost 100% turnover every month. So all the listings that are coming on are selling. And that resulted in a 25% price increase year over year in townhomes in North Van. Inventory is climbing. There's more selection out there if you're a buyer, so that's good news, but still not anywhere near last year's levels. So at this moment, 156 detached homes for sale in North Van, 174 apartments, and 53 townhomes. And at any one time, you can count on about 10 to 15% of that inventory being under contract. So it's still moving swiftly. Interest rates. In a move announced the better part of a year ago, the Bank of Canada increased its policy interest rate recently from 0.25% to 0.5%. And this will for now affect variable interest rates only. And the question we're getting now is, would you lock in at a fixed rate, change your variable rate to a fixed rate? I would say talk to your mortgage broker, but I will tell you that the gap between fixed and variable rates is still quite large. It's over 1 percentage point. So you're still winning with the variable interest rate, which has historically outperformed fixed interest rates over time. The mood of the market, that's sort of my own personal term about the things that we feel, those of us with experience feel is happening in the marketplace. Well, it's super challenging to be a buyer right now. It's also challenging for us to give advice in a market where things seem to be changing on a daily kind of basis. So I will just put it this way. Earlier part of 2022, it was the Wild West out there, and everything was selling with multiple offers, and there were some crazy prices reported, and buyers, no doubt, are getting tired of fighting in the streets for property. Especially condos. But some homes now are not receiving any offers on offer date. And this depends on the area and type of home. Like they will eventually sell. This is not a critical change, but that's how we sort of measure the mood of the market when buyers walk in and go, how long has this home been on the market versus when are you taking offers? So we listen for those kinds of questions that people are asking us today. And therefore, we spend a lot of time analyzing price because not only is price based on recent sales, but it's based on the emotion in the market. And up until now, the market has been quite emotional. Finally, I would say this market is complex, but the age-old advice is still true. If you find a home as a buyer that you can afford and it's a long-term decision for you, there's really no better time than now to buy and take advantage of interest rates while they're still low. Sellers, it's a tremendous time to be selling. If you know where you're going, you have a plan for that. And pricing your home right is crucial in any market, even now in a market that favors sellers. It's just black and white.